Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing an in-depth analysis of Celestial Falcon issue 1. Now this is a book that I have many good friends working on this. Brant, Lisa, Chris, who also wrote the book. Jay's doing, PR for Last Ember Press. So many of our frontliners are working on this book, and I wanted to cover it and give an honest critique of the book and just an honest analysis, because as a writer, I know that's what I love to hear is, the honest truth, but also analysis, digging into that story, digging into the comics. That's what I really want to do here. So let's get started and talk about the cover first. Really cool cover. I think it grabs the attention pretty well. I would say I kind of wish there was something in the background behind the rubble to kind of see what was going on there, but overall it shows that there is this chaotic scene that happens in the issue, and it's pulled out of the story, so not misleading at all. We get to see our main characters on the cover, so awesome cover here. Now going into the interior artwork, which I thought was very solid. I think it fits the tone of the book very well. The colors by Lisa Moore, just beautiful job. Love these bright colors. Works for this teenage superhero story. It works with the main character, Chris, which I'm going to get into. The only nitpick I had with the art is that sometimes it was a little inconsistent with the shapes of the faces, but very easy fixes for the next issue. But I liked it. I liked the style overall, and I like that the styles for the teenagers, the clothes, I thought that was pretty cool too. I think they worked with like a modern look, which I always look for these in teen books. I feel like the style is always important too. Now moving on to the story itself. So what is this about? Well, it opens up with our main character, Chris, who says, hey, I want to be special. I want to kind of help the world. And it's like, this is my beginning. So you know that he's talking in the future. So he's looking back at events. Now I wonder if that's going to play into the book itself, where we're actually going to get to the present and him, say, oh, well, this is actually going on right now. I do wonder if that's going to happen, but it's definitely him looking back at things. Also want to mention lettering's really great here. Love that inner monologue look. So Chris, he wants to be special. Now we have an introduction of some of his characters. Michael, which is his brother Mike, which it's funny, knowing Chris and Mike, the real Chris and Mike, you can definitely see their dynamic flow here. And then we get introduced to other characters. Sam, I think, is the most important, because the other friends that also seem to have powers, I didn't really get any of their personality just yet. The three characters that you really got the most personality was from Sam, Chris, and Mike. I will say, though, with the art, Chris's mother looks a lot like Sam, so I got a little confused, like, wait, why is Sam in Chris's house? But that was the only, again, small nitpick with character designs, but everyone else looked different, which was good. So they end up going to the beach just to have fun. They had a day in school, and they meet Mr. Mac, which I thought was very funny, that Chris cuts him up and says, oh, hey, Mac, what's going on? He's like, that's not my name, it's Mackenzie, but okay. And then you have this inner monologue of this guy saying, oh, he's special, Chris, he's special, and I'm going to encounter him at the beach. So he does. He encounters his friends at the beach, and he, gives a little handshake in the middle. Let me see if I could find that scene. And I guess that kind of transfers the powers to them that hopefully we will learn more about. So we see in the beach that Sam has these abilities, and I think she's the only one that really shows it in this part. We don't really know what's going on in the beach, though. I kind of wish that action was explained a little bit more of the chaos happening. But you needed that chaotic scene to show, yeah, these kids are heroes. They have these hero mentality. So going on, we see Michael, Chris's brother, being bullied. So we have Chris's friend help out, and you see, oh wow, he has powers too. So now they're all starting to get their powers, and Chris is also like, where's my powers? I want my powers also. So in the end, they end up getting detention. That way Mac, well, we'll still call him Mac, pulls him away to kind of explain what's going on, and that's the whole issue. So what I think this was a really good setup for a superhero book. Now, I think the biggest positive of this book is definitely kind of that Superman feel to Chris's character. Now, Chris, the writer, is a very big Superman fan, and I like that this character, really all these characters, just want to do good because they want to do good, you know, they don't really have a motive, they just want to be heroes, and I think that's definitely the biggest positive of the book, because we don't really see that from superhero comics, especially new superhero comics, where it's like, I'm just doing good to do good, and I like that kind of Superman feel in the book. And like I said, I hope we can learn a little bit more about the supporting characters. I feel we learned about Chris's personality here, because this is an ensemble book, so I want to learn about the group itself. You know, Chris is the leader, but let's learn about all the different quirks and personalities of the other characters also, because it seems like they're going to be important as this team. And also I like the mystery of the teacher, right? Like, I like that they present him as this, like, new teacher, and he's giving these powers to them. Is he alien? What's going on there? I thought that was a really good mystery. Another thing I was really impressed with, and this goes to the art and, of course, the writing, too, it's pretty obvious that this is Brooklyn, that the city is Brooklyn, because you see the backgrounds, and I think, Chris, the writer, brings that to life, the Brooklyn setting, which is pretty cool, because usually with superhero comics in New York, it's Manhattan. It's like, alright, I'm in Manhattan, doing my thing, commuting, I'm a superhero. And now, you know, as we are getting into more modern comics like Kamala, she's in Jersey City, but Brooklyn, you know, the heroes are always from Brooklyn, but it's always them fighting in Manhattan. So I thought it was nice that we actually got this Brooklyn setting, and we had the beach, which was the actual final battle, and that made it a little bit different, because usually it's like, you know, all the skyscrapers get someone punched through in the city streets, but here was a beach. That was a really cool setting to utilize the fight. So that was a really big positive. I hope that continues, is this Brooklyn setting, because I feel like that's kind of different for the book. So that's pretty much it I wanted to talk about. I think it's a pretty good start. I liked that it's very much this Superman type comic book, and I really hope that we get to see the supporting cast fleshed out more, because I think that's going to be really interesting, because there are a lot of characters introduced here. I think that gets a little confusing at times, but I think there's a big opportunity to explore all these characters and why they want to be superheroes. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of Celestial Falcon if you read it. I really tried to bring an in-depth review for the book. I am super excited to see where this one goes. If you are a fan of superhero books, you should definitely go pick this up. I'll have all the websites and the social media that Last Ember Press has. That way you could purchase this book. Please support Chris, Brant, Lisa on this book. I'm really excited for the ride and where it's going to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.